Hey.
We're all set.
We are live on YouTube. Sorry for my shoes.
Okay, clickety-click.
Ready?
Yep.
All right, we will call the Village of Mount Sterling Council meeting for July 11th, 2022 to order with roll call, please.
Okay, David,
Here.
Bill,
Here.
Joyce,
Here.
Becky,
Here.
Rob,
Here.
Andy,
Here.
all is present.
Okay, David, would you like to lead us in a prayer, please?
Lord, thank you for this beautiful day you provide for us. And Lord, be with our village this evening and with our council and our mayor as we make decisions for our wonderful village, and be with our citizens tonight, Lord, and touch them with your hand. In Jesus' wonderful, wonderful name, amen.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Great. Thank you. I will ask for a motion to approve the meeting minutes from a council meeting held
Actually, I
on,
believe there was a motion to amend the agenda.
oh, yes,
I'd like to make a motion to amend the agenda on the ordinance.
Current resolution to a separate meeting.
Yes, to move the ordinance, use that to a separate meeting other than tonight. I'll get it out.
You
deep
got it.
breath, start over.
Yeah, that's what I said.
What are we doing? We're moving the ordinance?
So the motion that Bill's alluding to is to amend the agenda to move ordinance 2022-11 to a separate meeting and not to be placed or voted upon during tonight's meeting.
In order for council to have a better time to ask questions?
Yes.
In a work session kind of environment?
Yes.
I'll second that.
All right,
Joyce?
roll call?
Okay, David?
Yes.
Bill?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
Rob?
Yes.
Andy?
Yes.
Thank you, Bill.
Do we need to make an amendment, or, what were we just talking about?
You want to make an amend to move
put
the executive
yes,
session?
yeah,
Yes.
so, could I have a motion to amend the agenda to put the executive session at the end of our meeting instead of where it normally appears?
I'll give you that motion.
I'll give you that second.
Okay, roll call,
Andy and Joyce?
yes. Roll call then?
Okay, Bill?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
Rob?
Yes.
Andy?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Are there any other amends before we continue? All right, that's wonderful. All right, now may I have a motion to approve the meeting minutes from a council meeting held on June 27th, 2022?
You have that motion.
Okay, is
I'll
there a second?
Second.
David, Bill?
Roll call?
Joyce?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
Rob?
Yes.
Andy?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Bill?
Yes.
Okay, that takes us to mayor's report. I do have a few things this evening. One, we have a flyer from events for State Park, or Deer Creek State Park. They are having Christmas in July, July 22nd through 23rd, if anybody's interested in heading out there for that. I did receive an email from AEP. I'm not sure, I haven't heard any more about this, but they were talking about coming around to the neighborhoods and to trimming up trees and things from our most recent horrible, winds and things that we have had. So I don't know if you want me to read this or not, but if anybody, I guess I probably won't, but if anybody has any questions regarding tree trimming by AEP, in the past, I know from our perspective, when they trimmed behind our house, they usually knock on the door. Sometimes they'll leave a hanger on your door saying they're gonna come back the next day, they're gonna trim, they're gonna leave a nice neat pile, a lot of, But if anybody has any questions, please call Village Hall or reach out to AEP in regards to that situation. I did receive a thing from Attorney General Yost, is it Attorney General? Yeah. Extends the application deadline for Teen Ambassador Board. So if anybody knows any young teens that are going to be going into junior or senior years this coming up year, they're trying to form an ambassadors board. It's for kids that are, young teens that are looking for future leaders in state law and government. It's an application you can find online, and I would highly encourage anybody that knows some young people that are interested in those things. We need more young people interested in getting involved in community and leadership. So, and you'll find out that we have somebody that doesn't quite reach that age yet, but we'll be talking to her a little bit later. So encourage that. I did receive something from Susan Thompson from Madison County Board of DD that I thought was just very wonderful. She sent a picture today, and we can have these for y'all. At the Madison County Developmental Disabilities building, they had a gentleman named Jonathan Kimbler. He has received services from MRDD, and they asked him if he would paint representation of Madison County on their big wall in their chambers or council room, whatever. And I just think it's really amazing. And they've got Mount Sterling down there in the bottom right-hand corner. I just think it's fabulous. So we were asked, the mayors of all the communities in Madison County were asked to come meet this gentleman and take a photo op, and so we will be doing that in the next few weeks. But I thought you would like to see that, and I just think that's very, very nice.
I like the buffalo wings on it. That's good.
You know, sometimes we here at Village Hall hear a lot of the negative things, and I did receive a positive thing in regards to our water clerk, and I just would like to read a little bit of it, if that's okay. It was sent directly to her. You know our Misty, she keeps in touch with all of our residents pretty closely. So it said, "Good morning, Misty. This is," and I'm going to leave her name off, "just wanted to let you know that my mom submitted my payment this morning, but she accidentally put in the wrong zip code." She did it on, our pay online. "So the account number and my name and the street number should all be correct, but the zip code is not. Will this affect anything?" And she was a little bit behind. She said, "Balance is paid in full. You were such a pleasure to work with. I truly appreciate you looking out for me like that. People don't understand how profound an impact their demeanor affects those they come into contact with. Please don't think I don't know how badly that situation could have gone for me had you not been such a kind person. Kindness for no reason other than to spread joy is just not something that happens very frequently anymore, and you'll never know how much I needed just a friendly voice and positivity in my life right now. Thank you for making such a big difference in this situation where you could have otherwise gotten me evicted. I owe you." So, yes, it is very nice. And so next time you see Misty, give her a thumbs up.
Absolutely.
I have just one more thing, and then we'll proceed on with our evening. The world right now is kind of a little bit topsy-turvy, and all of our rights as human beings on this earth are being challenged. And I just found a little passage today and something that I was reading, and I'm going to take it for what it's worth. It's, "The sun is glorious in one way, the moon is glorious in another way, and the stars are glorious in their own distinctive way. For one star differs from and surpasses another in its beauty and brilliance. We are all different, like the sun, the moon, and the stars. God has created us to be different from one another, and He has done it on purpose. Each of us meets a need, and we are all part of God's plan. When we try to be just like someone else, we lose ourselves and stray from the plan that was created. Not only is it okay to be different, it is how we were created. We are all born with different temperaments, different physical features, different fingerprints, different gifts and abilities. Our goal should be to find out what we individually are supposed to be, then succeed at being that. We are to find out what we are good at and then throw ourselves wholeheartedly into it." So I would just say, stick to your guns and what you believe in. Sometimes it's a challenge here for us because, we are 6 different people with 6 different opinions here. Yes, but that's what makes us stronger, I do believe. So I do appreciate each and every one of you, and I look forward to wonderful, wonderful times going ahead. And so with that said, I'm going to turn that over to President Pro Tem Andy Drake.
Thank you, Mayor. My comments will be brief tonight because we have a pretty busy agenda this evening. We also have visitors, so I don't want to take up too much of our time doing that.
Yes.
I would like to basically comment on a couple things. Number one, as hopefully everyone has started to notice, we've started doing work throughout the village. Lots of work crews have been around, and if you haven't seen them yet, believe me, in July, you're going to see lots of work on our part. So now is the time in which we get a lot of things done and hopefully head into the fall in a positive way. We'll talk more about each one of these here in the committee reports in just a second. Along those lines, you know, we have to keep an eye on our budget. We continue to spend on infrastructure, so that's a priority of this council's, is to get that under management and control. So all of the things that you'll be seeing throughout the village will be dedicated primarily to infrastructure. So whether it's parking in downtown or repaving or water lines or all those things which we are trying to address on a practically a daily basis, you should see a lot of activity. If you're not, let me take you for a ride. Let's go around the village. Let's do it. And then finally, I'd like to wish everyone the best of success at the fair. It's Fair Week. This is now the time in which all the hard work hopefully has paid off, and we wish everyone the very best here this coming week. So I missed my quarter midget races, but I'm going to get out the fair and we're going to do some other things. So best of luck to all of you, and we hope you take home a prize. So on that note, I'm going to turn it back over to you for the other reports.
Sure. That takes us to public comment and visitors. I was pleased over the weekend to have a knock on my door, and I heard my husband say, "Marcy, when's the next council meeting?" And I thought, uh-oh. And I came down the stairs and out the front door and got to meet one of my neighbors, and it was I was very thrilled to sit down and talk with her. And so I would like to bring up Larissa Fletcher, 61 Madison Street, Mount Sterling, and she would like to talk about community garden. So I would ask you to give her your full attention. Yeah, go ahead.
My name is, I can't.
You just stand straight up and just talk to everybody.
Amongst friends.
Yep.
My name is Larissa Fletcher, and I want to thank you for letting me speak up here tonight and giving my proposal for an idea I had to help and bring the community together. My idea, or my proposal, is a community garden, and we could do it by in the park by the concession stand. So because we have the water line there, and it would be a nice place, and then we could go over to the community center and easily have like a day where we can go out and like give the vegetables and whatever to the people who are in need for them. And I want to do this because it can easily bring the community together, and we all need, all of us, children and elders, all need healthier decisions, and we need people to encourage that. And we could do like the fundraisers and stuff, like we could do fundraisers, post about it on Facebook, and also as well like do like just for all the funds and stuff, like easy stuff to do for funds. And we could start it next spring, so that way next spring it's ready to go, and like all the stuff is ready for next spring to start it.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
I think that's an amazing
Anybody have any
idea.
questions or comments for Larissa?
I have a comment.
Melissa, I'm proud of what you're doing. You're stepping up and doing something for the village. Great job, young lady.
Thank you.
So, my name's Becky, and I'm the chairman of the Parks and Rec. So you're talking about possibly starting a garden out at Mason Park, and I think that's an excellent idea. I want to invite you to come to our committee meeting and elaborate a little more, and we can bounce ideas off of each other and maybe get the works in progress now, so for spring we are ready. I think it's an amazing idea, and I think you're very brave to come up here in front of everybody and share them with us.
Thank you. And do you guys have another agenda thingy schedule?
Right there on the table.
Okay.
So our meeting is, it's this coming Wednesday at 7 p.m. I don't know if you're able to make it or not. If not, You know, we have them, usually they are the first Wednesday of every month at 7 p.m. And if for some reason like that hour is no good for you, you know, you can talk to us and we can see about.
Visit you at the Mad Hatter.
Well, I think that we
Yeah.
can definitely make it, especially with younger people wanting to be involved.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds like a
like a good
great
idea.
idea.
Yeah.
Great idea.
We all commend you for coming in tonight and talking.
Thank you.
Yeah.
so much.
Anyone else?
No, that's all.
Okay, well, thank you for coming. And if you don't want to stay, you don't have to stay. If you do want to stay, you're welcome to stay. Does anybody else on the audience like to talk? No one else has signed up? Okay, that will take us to our department reports. Our sheriff department, Jack Dill, to talk.
I don't know how to follow that up.
I know.
You guys have the nature report in front of you. If you notice, traffic stops are still up. The deputies are still out there getting with it. Does anybody have any questions on any of it?
Hey, Jack, I'd like to thank the sheriff department for Saturday, though. When they was really needed, they was right there where that railroad, like I was telling you, and that shows how prompt they were, and they were there when needed, so this once they step up, they did a good job.
Thank you. I know Becky's gonna touch on the parade, but I do want you guys to know, the sheriff's office had 6 cruisers in town, 7 auxiliary deputies, 2 full-time deputies, and the sheriff. So.
It was nice. It was
That's
definitely a large
probably one
presence.
of our biggest turnouts ever that I can remember. So we were very well representative down here for the village. As I understand, there wasn't any problems, and I'm sure you're gonna touch on that, so I'll leave it at that. One more thing is if you notice, I still have the sign trailer out here. They haven't come and got it because I got the keys. The mayor and I discussed it today. We're gonna put it up on or Market Street where they buzz around from the light. So we'll switch it. We'll put it one way one morning, the other way the next morning. And then if I still have the keys, which I should, we're open for suggestions where you guys would like to see it.
Is there a reason why it wasn't placed on High Street or at the?
It was on High Street.
Like
It was there for
a
2.5 days.
Like recently?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, so you pulled it back here then?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
The charge and,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
yeah. And then I went on vacation and
Oh, so it was before that?
With the
okay.
keys.
Yeah. with the keys and they couldn't get it, so. But I still got the keys and it's still here,
Does
so.
it hold like the information in there? So like-
Yes, yes,
Okay, so
it's-
there's like a computer chip or some sort of report that could be printed
I was
out?
wondering about that.
I mean, I guess how are we tracking it, confirming that people are going the speed limit?
You can't.
So there is there's no data that's
No.
generated at
Store
all
data.
from it? It's just
Okay.
It's
used,
just a signboard.
Gotcha.
And you type in what you want, unplug that, and it stores that, and that's it.
okay,
And it's
gotcha.
stored in that little keypad thing.
So it's not radar.
So basically,
It's got radar.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so when it senses a car coming, it'll flash the.
It'll flash
the
its speed
message.
at them,
Right.
yes.
Just doesn't
Oh,
keep
the
it in
speed
any memory.
Yeah. And then when we get to streets, I'll bring something else up for you.
That sounds great. Thank
All
you.
right, thank you.
thank you.
Thank you. Law Director report, we don't have one for this evening. Misty will be at the next meeting for utilities. Do you have anything from Tom?
I don't, we have a meeting tomorrow.
Yeah. That takes us to you, fiscal officer.
Well, I don't have any cool stuff, I guess. You know, a garden or any great gadgets or anything like that.
Yes. Spreadsheet, that's very cool.
I got spreadsheets
Yes.
though and reports.
We like spreadsheets.
So the main thing that you guys will probably pay note here, I didn't receive any comments, questions, or anything from council. Reports you have in front of you are for the month of June. The biggest thing that you're probably gonna notice here is, our loan payments for sewer and water. As you know, they come out twice a year, once on July 1 and one on January 1, which is submitted in December. So we did send our loan payments, and like Andy said, you have seen probably a few items on here for some infrastructure projects we've done. He'll probably talk more about that, but you'll see some items from certain vendors here about supplies and materials that were to be used on that. So for your payment listing, I don't have much on that. I just want to also make note that we just received from the Financial Commission Committee is that we have moved the meeting that was scheduled for tomorrow at 10 a.m. to July the 26th at 10 a.m. here at Town Hall in person. If you cannot make it, obviously it's on YouTube and recorded, but unfortunately somebody's ill. So just wanted to let everybody know if you were planning on coming to that tomorrow, July 26th at 10 a.m. Okay. The auditor will come in here though, to pull some documentation, not tomorrow, but probably around that time we have our meeting. So if you see anybody in here, council members, pay note to that. Okay, so there's nothing else generally on these reports. Like I said, these are the usuals. Expenditures are below budget, revenues are above budget. So that's always good. That's always exactly where you want to be. We're also been talking about the bank reconciliation that I'll be passing around for the month of June. You will see an outstanding adjustment. That is a return check for a water sewer payment as an NSF. Okay. So, without further ado, does anybody have any other questions for me? So I'll be passing around your council meeting minutes and a motion that I will ask for the approval of the appropriation status report, the revenue status report, the receipt listing report, the payment listing report, the comparison of budget and appropriated report, the cash summary by fund report, the reader report, and your bank reconciliation for June of 2022. May I have a motion for that?
I'll give you that motion.
Second, anyone?
I'll give you that second.
Joyce? Roll call?
Okay, Bill,
Yes.
Joyce,
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
Rob,
Yes.
Andy,
Yes?
and David.
Yes.
Okay, I will pass these along and around.
Is it for you?
And, yeah, I think I'm finished.
Okay. That takes us to committee reports. We'll start with finance and Mr. Drake.
I don't have too much more to add to Courtney's report other than to say that you will start seeing pretty significant expenditures, like I said, on infrastructure. Not to state the obvious, but most of the things we're spending money on are backed up, and we need to take care of them. So we've acted as much with a sense of urgency as we can in order to do that, and some of the numbers will be quite high. So, for example, fire hydrant repair, for example, pothole repair, for example, lots of the different things for street marking, they'll be fairly expensive. And so don't be surprised when the numbers come in. Now, that said, we have budgeted and planned for them. And we were working through with our auditors to present a plan. If not on the 26th, then the following meeting that will have our capital improvement program all wrapped up. Of course, all of this will come to the council for approval and for review, or for review and approval, excuse me. And none of it should be a surprise, and we welcome the public input as to what the priorities are. But we're trying to stay on top of them as much as we can at this particular point in time. So as a result, we're going to be spending some money on those infrastructure projects. Other than that, finances are, as Courtney says, and we're holding steady, and our next meeting for finance will be July the 13th, which is Wednesday at 3:30 p.m.
Okay. Pleasant Township, David?
Well, we had some good news and bad news. We had to put buying the new tractor on hold until next year, so some situations came out. And also, the mowing is coming along fine. They had a report to that, and also they paid the bills, and just have to wait till next year for the new tractor, and that's all I had to report.
Okay. Squad, Rob?
We met on July 6th at 8 p.m. Not much new happened. We paid the bills. However, I'd like to think that the new raise that we just implemented, that takes place actually on the 1st, it took place, for our volunteers, attracted another volunteer. We just hired another gentleman that is a basic EMT that intends to proceed with schooling to be an actual medic one day, and hope that they decide to come on full-time eventually soon. But also last month, we hired 2 more part-timers that were both volunteers as well, so it's starting to ease our issues with staffing.
Wonderful. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay,
No, sorry.
thank you. Fire, Bill?
Met on June 29th. They're going to be posting bids up for the repairs of the fire station in August. I got I don't know, I should say, but the amounts we're looking at, there's going to be like $33,000 and some change for the building, $13,000 and some change for the truck. Thank God for insurance.
What happened? Just human error?
Human error, just didn't wash. There was a door open. Went through the door, and the door took out almost the entire back wall.
Oh, goodness.
Thank God it was the block wall built around a steel structure. The steel didn't get hit, so therefore everything else was still standing. Just took the wall out and the door. So we get that fixed. They had 2 volunteers resigned, and we also hired another firefighter. And we done a change in their overtime. They didn't used to have overtime. They work 50-hour work weeks for the full time, and anything they had to, they used to have to work 106 hours at a pay period in order to get paid for overtime. Now if you work anything over 100 hours in a pay period, you're getting paid for overtime. We had to make that for people to want to be around. And I personally talked to a young man yesterday he's a paramedic. He's working in the city of Columbus right now. So he's going to apply part-time. He's also a firefighter too, and he's going to apply for our Tri-County Fire Department and for our squad.
So he's a lieutenant? So you have both. So he's firefighter and EMT, so he's going to try to go part-time.
He's a
in both.
paramedic. Yeah, he's going to try to do part-time on, he's applying for both, so.
That'd be great. That'd be great.
Do we have anybody else that currently that do both?
The only one I know of is Zach Graham. He's a full-time firefighter, and then he also acts as either a part-time or a volunteer over at the EMT as well.
Gotcha.
And, see, the next meeting we're going to have is going to be on July 28th at 8:30 p.m.
All righty. Thank you. Water, wastewater, Becky.
Yes, we haven't had another meeting since our last council meeting. Our meeting this Wednesday, 2 days from now, is at 2:30. I did stop in and looked at some numbers with Misty today. She's preparing our numbers on our bulk water sales, which is very encouraging. Numbers are way bigger than we anticipated, so we're making a little revenue and excited about that. But, yep, so nothing else.
Can I add
Yeah.
just one thing? Okay, so tomorrow, which is gonna be July the 12th and the 13th, we will be having RCAP, which is a vendor that's gonna come out and exercise the rest of the water valves across the tracks, and that's in the areas of Rosewood, Friend, New Street, Market Street. So if anybody, the residents are experiencing any problems with their water, it's to be expected. So you may see some discoloration, a little bit of low pressure, maybe some sediment in there. The only time you need to report it to us is if you have no water at all, okay? So they're gonna be exercising those valves, so if you see them out there, you'll see our guys as well. They will be doing the rest of what we started back in, I believe it was June or May, April.
Yep.
So this will be the last half of those to have those done, so again, you know, if you put it on Facebook, you know, we don't respond to the Facebook parts, but if you have a legit issue, you need to report that immediately to the water department. So, I know our water clerk doesn't have Facebook, so she's not gonna be able to see those comments, so, if you please call into town hall, and she would let you know. We then contact the vendors and our village employees, and let them know immediately if there seems to be a problem. So, just as a reminder, just in that area, please expect there may be some sort of discoloration or some sediment, so.
And please, if you don't get her, leave a message or call back
Reach one
and
of us.
try to reach one of us, because, you know, it doesn't automatically bounce to somebody else, so if, yeah, please. Okay. Street, Andy.
As everyone is aware, we did a pretty large patching effort across the village. That's the first of a couple things which need to be done. We'll continue to plow forward on potholes. This is a giant game of whack-a-mole. So we'll be doing that. I'll have total numbers for you as to how much we have spent so far this year. In the next council meeting, we haven't gotten the total bills yet. The Streets Committee authorized a pretty significant amount of money, as I mentioned earlier. And once we get the final tally, we will inform the public as to how much this current round cost and what's coming up for the next round, which will probably most likely be in the fall. The next meeting will be, I'm checking my numbers here, July 13th at 8 a.m., where we will also be discussing some additional improvements to Cliffview, or I should say repairs to Cliffview. That's all I've got on that one.
Did you say you wanted to add something?
As we all know, the downtown area is 25 mile an hour. North London Street, Columbus and Main Street, from High to Market. Is there any way we can get signs like they have outside of town? The yellow sign with the speed limit sign in it with the arrow saying just ahead is 35 mile an hour. If we could maybe try to squeeze some money somewhere and get those.
Now, you want ones that say ahead 35 or ahead 25?
Drops down,
I
right.
wanna slow them down downtown.
Right.
That's where a lot of us are.
So the transition, is it right before the railroad tracks?
Oh, right at the road.
Right after? Right
the
after?
railroad.
Okay,
Um,
okay.
And then at High Street and Market Street.
So I'm thinking four sets of signs?
Well, you know,
3 sets of signs?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Six, okay. Yeah, I don't think that'll be a challenge at all. The signs are pretty straightforward to get. It's just a matter of working with you on placement.
Yeah, just, it's gotta be so many
Yeah,
feet before the.
exactly, right.
Um,
Okay.
but not that anybody will pay attention to them, but.
Notice
We
is,
have to do our
I
due
like,
diligence.
I like notice, right? I like notice. Notice is a good thing.
But it's, I mean, if one person slows down, you know, we may save a life.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
Whatever we can
No,
do.
Streets, we'll look at that the next meeting on Wednesday. No problem.
Well, thanks for the consideration.
Parks and Rec, Becky.
Yes, again, all of our meetings, because of the holiday, got moved back, so we are having a meeting the 13th, this Wednesday at 7 o'clock. Our movie this month is Raya and the Last Dragon, really cute Disney film. That will be on the 30th. It's kind of late in the month this month. You know, we had a great turnout, as I told last meeting, for our last movie, so I hope they just keep growing and growing. And I know the MMRD has reached out to Jeff about the annual softball tournament that we host, and I believe they're looking at an August date, and some more things that we're going to look at to try to get done sooner than later this year is more dirt put on the fields out there so they can settle all fall and winter and things like that. So, and then we're still looking forward to getting the final numbers and money in from our grant from the state. So we have a lot to talk about, and now it sounds like we have a little more to talk about with Larissa's idea. So we ask everyone to join us, and I know the Friends of the Park Committee is kind of fizzled out a little bit right now, but we're wanting to get that reamped up and get people working on that again. We have really, really big goals for the park. We have a lot of things we want to do. We realize we're small and we can't do them all at once, so it's several year plan, but we want to get those things all in the works, and the Friends of the Park is a really important part of that puzzle to help us in fundraising and community involvement and things. So we're hoping to get that group going again. And I know the mayor right now has a couple of really nice baskets that she's put together, 3 nice baskets, and we are selling tickets on those currently, and all the money goes to the park. So if anyone is interested, we have pictures in several locations around town of the baskets and tickets to sell. So I know you can do them at the Mad Hatter. I know you can do them here. Did you put any at the Hammer Time?
No, I
Tickets?
haven't yet.
Okay. But you can call Town Hall if you're interested, and we can direct you to where to get some of those tickets. But it's a great cause, and it's some really fun, cool stuff in those baskets. So thank you to Marcy for that. That's all I have.
If any of the council members want tickets to sell, just see me.
I have a packet as well.
Okay.
And I was going to put a picture of the flyer again. I think you might have it on your page. I'm not sure. But I'll put that also on my Facebook page and current events and get that out as well.
Great.
As people want them, if they want to come and get them off of me, do you want me to hang on to those monies, or do you want me to get them to Becky or,
Either or.
okay. Since you're going to be collecting for the Mad Hatter, I can bring it over to, Okay.
Kind of thing, maybe want to do the cooler one like sooner than later, since we're, almost halfway
Season.
through the summer. So maybe like in a week or so, we'll just try to really push for that one, and then worry about the other ones later. So that's just an idea. But okay, thank you. Record of retention, Andy.
We have not met yet here in July, but we will on July 15th at 8:00 a.m. Public is welcome. Come on down and sort some records. Very exciting.
Not spin some records.
Not spin records, sort some records.
But we can spin while we're sorting.
You could.
Yeah, that's an
You
idea.
could do Pilates. I don't care what you do, but we got to sort some records.
All right, nuisance and abatement, Joyce.
Thank you. We have not met since the last council meeting, so I don't have really much new at all. I want to commend the mowing company that we've retained. I think I noticed they've done another round of mows, if you will, and they're staying on top of some of the lawns that need attention. So we're grateful for that. Next phase of what I would like to work with the committee on will be, as Becky mentioned earlier, campers parked on the street, trailers parked on the street. They're back and they're accumulating. So we'll talk about this in our next meeting. I'm still working on the spreadsheet of all. Once I get that completed, hopefully by Wednesday, anyone on council that wants that, in case they see something, they can double check to see if it's been reported or not. I'm going to be meeting with Mr. Jack Dill and Courtney, because I'm starting to do more functions that Courtney usually does now that she's gone part-time. And I want to make sure everything stays the same as how you work with her. I want to make sure. Okay, all right. Well, if we can just have a brief meeting, I would feel better. So thank you for that. And given that, I'll report that to the meeting, to the committee meeting as well. Our next meeting is Wednesday, July the 13th at 6 o'clock.
Yes.
Yes, 6 o'clock.
Yes.
Thank you. That's all, thanks.
Safety block watch, Bill.
Haven't had a meeting yet this month. We usually have it the first Tuesday of the month. It's going to be tomorrow, 7 p.m. We've got a few things to talk about, and I'll have it next time we get together.
Okay. Planning and zoning, Andy.
We are in the exact same boat as what Bill mentioned, only we're going to meet tomorrow at, I believe, keep me honest here, 6 o'clock, right? So we'll be back to back. There'll be all kinds of fun tomorrow here in Town Hall. If you're not interested in zoning,
Got nothing to do?
you can
Come on
stick
over.
around and stay for safety or do some Pilates and sort some records. That's what you can do. No, actually, we do have a variance request we're considering tomorrow night, so that'll be good. Hopefully move that along like we should, and like I said, tomorrow night, 6 p.m., be there, be square.
All right. Ordinances and resolutions, of course, we have moved that, so there's nothing to discuss there. Roundtable.
I want to bring up Post 417. I had a wonderful time with the color guard there. When we got to the middle of the town square, I was telling Becky about this. When they played the national anthem, and everybody applauded. If that didn't bring a tear to your eye, nothing will. And also, as we was marching, a Korean War veteran got out of his wheelchair and saluted us. And you think what he'd been through. And it was just a wonderful day. And I told everybody, I said it was worth getting a wet shirt to do it.
Anyone else?
I just want to follow up on the parade. It was, as Jack mentioned, just the turnout was amazing. There was lots of candy thrown. There were piles
I
of
even got
candy. I learned a lesson myself about not buying chocolate in 90-degree weather. So, it was a great time. And as Jack alluded to, the sheriff's department was amazing. I have to say, every corner we came around, there was someone there. It was probably the safest parade you could have asked for. It was really nice, and everybody was happy and great spirits, and it was very moving, very patriotic and moving. And I know Jeff was playing in ours, "Proud to Be an American," and the Toby Keith song that's real patriotic. And I was feeling, my grandson was with me in our truck, and I'm like, you have to be proud to be an American. So it was a great feeling. So thank you for everyone that participated. The Chamber of Commerce put that on. There was a lot of work. I want to thank Tom Corbin especially for organizing the whole thing. He takes on the parades twice a year, and he does an amazing job. And the Masonic Lodge jumped in both feet and in support of him, and they put out hot dog stand and music, and it was really nice. I hope that every year we can continue to grow our, Independence Day celebration. It was nice. So just thank you to our community and everybody that came out and was part of it and participated. We had great participation from the Youth League. They had several truckloads and trailers full, and a lot of businesses in town got their vehicles out and were in it. And so it was just a great day. And thank you to everybody.
Is the next parade not until Christmas time?
Right. It's the illuminated parade
Okay.
at dark on Christmas, the first Saturday in December. I believe it's the 3rd, but
Anyone else have anything from Roundtable?
I know, go ahead, Bill.
I was just going to say, it seemed like nobody seemed to have any issues with the fireworks. People seemed to be showing some respect, and that's great. Everything was pretty good.
There was,
Call
well, I don't know if I would.
One?
Well, at least on the
I didn't
sheriff.
hear about it.
I just want to say, whoever was doing the beautiful display in the New and Temple area, I thought maybe it was my neighbors, but close. We were sitting in our family room, and we looked out, and there were fireworks, and I'm like, it doesn't get any better than that. I mean, we had to go to Taze Valley in Asheville and fight the traffic. But
There was somebody over right around 56 or London Street and Friend Street was
okay.
setting up some nice
well, they
ones.
did both nights. We didn't catch it much of it the second night, but the first night, Friday night, it was very, very enjoyable.
I had to look for a beagle hound when he heard him, so it got interesting.
All right, so that takes us to our executive session, and do we have to leave it?
Yeah, so you're gonna enter executive session at 7:45.
Yeah. So pursuant to Ohio Revised Code, Section 121.22G1, is there a motion from council to adjourn to executive session for the purpose of considering the possible appointment or employment of a public employee or official of the Village of Mount Sterling?
We do have a motion.
I'll second.
Okay?
So that was Rob first.
Yes.
Okay, then Andy?
Yes.
Okay, David,
Yes.
Bill,
Yes.
Yes.
Becky,
Yes.
Rob,
Yes.
and Andy?
Yes.
Okay, you are moved at 7:45.
And for those that are watching, we anticipate not coming out of executive session till probably 9:30. And there will be no business conducted after that point, so, just to let you know. So, council members,
And we will stay on record.
Jack, I have a question.
Yes. When I hear somebody come out.
We haven't heard Wednesday. Yes.
okay, gotcha, thank you.
I'm gonna sit here if that's okay.
Sorry, apparently everybody's.
Yeah, we were over there.
Okay, so I didn't stay out,
Do you guys,
you
yeah, do
know.
you guys want a minute
If we call you, get here.
to organize?
Yeah. Get in our.
Okay,
Do you wanna just haul down the hallway?
okay.
Trying to hang out.
Or text me?
Yeah, that'd be great. Just for an hour, that's, maybe not even that long. Okay,
Yeah,
Thank
we already
you.
talked, cause he was on vacation.
okay. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
No problem.
Thanks, Mick.
Vacation.
Okay? Yep. You look tan.
Yeah, ball games all weekend up at Sandusky's. So nice. So nice. It was a nice little getaway.
Look, tap, 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 tap. Yeah, so we're on record, so we'll probably not speak or say anything. We're still on YouTube. So, I don't have magazines or anything like that, so. If everybody has their phone. A little awkward, but, sorry about that. It gives me some time to work on my stuff I need to work on. 9:30. Yeah. Yep. So it'll be a late night. And feel free, if you guys need to collect your thoughts or you need things to write down, there's some pads and if you wanna sit up at the desk. Just waiting for the first person. I think I'll probably sit over here. Mr. Burns up first. Yep. We'll go out this way. Well, hold right here, and I wanna go unlock that door. Well, that was locked, one. I'll meet you in the lobby, right at the water park. Hold this door here for you. It is really hot in here. Is anybody else hot? Are you hot? I noticed it's not just me. Okay, thank you. Because I walked back there and I was like, oh my God. Yeah, it's like 71. Oh my gosh, my house is cold. Yeah. Yeah, it's cold in my house. Yeah. Okay, just a second, I'll see that.
If I parked on 71, I'd be happy.
Air conditioning's not working?
Don't have it.
Oh, really?
So the summer average is like 80, 85. I'm happy when it's only 80.
Okay. Oh, well, good, that it worked out for everybody. Okay, thank you. All right. You too. Bye-bye.
What's your favorite pest?
Hey, what's going on?
What was her first name?
Larissa. Arissa, I assume. David was out here, let me see. Right here. Larissa.
L-A-R.
YSSA.
I've been going through some old papers,
Mm-hmm.
and I came to one council meeting, spoke in public comments, and I said, I come to council meetings because I think it's my civic duty to do so. And I didn't appreciate being subpoenaed.
Oh.
That's
Those
when-
are cool, though. I like them.
Going to court?
Mm-hmm. I like them. It's interesting.
That's when the village got sued, and they said, well, since he was in the audience, we're gonna.
Oh, wow. Hmm.
when you go, some court cases like, okay, how can you, even when partially, when the lawyer asks the claimant, says, do you have any evidence that they violated the sunshine law? No. Yeah, the only thing I testified to was my name, address, and that I go to council meetings.
Yeah, oh, wow, huh.
That's the only thing, because everything else, the village attorney said, I object to, says that, they even said that, you know, he doesn't need to show up, you know, we'll just, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Agree to whatever he would have testified to anyways.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't think of the word right now, but no, we want him to testify.
Oh, okay.
And I always remember it because I just started a new job,
Mm-hmm.
and most new jobs, when you're probationary period, you're not supposed to take any days off.
Oh, yeah, right, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So they said, well, then, okay, so I ended up working my first Saturday because of having
Oh,
to.
wow. Well, I'm sure they excused it, didn't they? They understood that you had to.
Yeah. And so they just switched my day off from Saturday to whatever day the week it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, then when he said that, it's like, okay, then why are you suing? I can't remember how the one partially won, but that's when who was it, Cooper sued.
Mm.
Mr. Cooper sued.
Oh, really? I never knew that.
They said that council violated the sunshine law. That's been many, many years. That was back in '98.
Oh, wow. Oh my gosh, it's still hot in here.
Courtney, you didn't save my seat for me.
I know, there were a lot of people in the audience today, huh? Yeah, let me go get you a key.
Actually, bathrooms are on this side. Public bathrooms are on that side. Light switch is on the right.
Okay, I'm gonna go get my charger. Does anybody have a laptop charger at all by chance? With you? Okay. next. So I'll meet you at the water department. Yeah, It's like the bathroom key, like at the gas stations. Excuse me.
Did you have a chance to see about that sign?
I shipped it off to, cause I don't perform that job anymore, but I gave it to the mayor. So if she hasn't, I can remind her.
I don't know what made me think of that. I figured while you're here, I might as well ask you.
Yeah, sure can.
Have you heard anything about the bank robbery?
I have not. I have not.
My shoes might be louder than yours.
I know, right? I had to take mine off. Hi. How's it going? Good, how are you? Good. Thank you. See you later. Take care. sorry. I have all my stuff's thrown out all over the place.
Nope. Robert's still here.
Robert's still here?
Yeah, he's a trooper, man.
Hey, Bob, you're a dedicated dude, I'll tell you that.
How long did you sleep?
That's dedication, Rob, you said there. I don't think I
Courtney's
could
still
have
here
done that.
too.
I have to be.
Courtney, are you on salary?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, Bob's the dedicated one, eh?
Everyone's back.
9:41.
It's 9:41. Can I have a motion to come out of executive session?
Have that motion. I'll second.
Okay, let's got Bill and then David.
Okay.
I don't think we do roll call for that, do we?
Yes.
Okay, roll call then.
David,
Yes.
Bill,
Yes.
Joyce,
Yes.
Becky,
Yes.
Rob,
Yes.
Andy.
Yes.
We are adjourned. Thank you so very much for your hard work this evening.
Appreciate
Much
it.
appreciated.
There's more M&Ms back there, Becky. I started to grab them for you.
I I thought you were eating a green gummy bear or something. That's what I was looking for, and then I realized
So good.
caramel in them. Yeah, they're pretty good.
All right, see you, David.
Give them to your kids. Give them to your kids.
got enough damn candy.
Oh, jeez.
They're actually
Thank you.
supposed to be in bed right
I was
now,
hoping
so
when I
we shall
started
see.
chewing it, it wasn't a raisin, but then I'm like, no, this isn't a raisin.
I wouldn't do that to you.
Good.
Oh, I left my purse in your office, Marcy.
Okay.
I didn't even realize I'd taken it back.
Well, Robert, you have a good evening.